We're doing a lot of Google Earth videos lately, and it's pretty fascinating what Google has managed to pick up. But as you'll see in today's video, some stuff is better to be kept a secret. Starting off this countdown, we have the figure in the darkness. One person was scrolling through Google Earth's maps one day when they found this place in Florianópolis in Brazil. Nothing too unusual, right? It's just a picture of an intersection. But when you move forward more into the middle of the intersection, your whole screen will go black, and all you'll be able to see is this eerie looking figure. Now most likely, it's a glitch, hopefully, but ain't that freaky? Like, it literally looks like a full-on demon or ghostly figure just standing there watching you. In our 9th spot, we have the peeing. Now this is definitely something that should have been kept a secret, and something no one wanted or needed to see. Google Earth has managed to catch a number of images of people publicly peeing. The first image is of an older gentleman taking a break from biking in order to relieve himself in some bushes. Hey, I mean, no shame, okay? We've all been there. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Some other gentlemen caught tinkling are these folks. All 3 passengers on a highway had to pull over to take a bathroom break. I guess they were going on a long road trip. And then finally, we have this man. This man was on a highway in the UK and pulled over to also drain his faucet. This photo was snapped in 2008, and hopefully no one was able to identify him. Now thank gosh these men were not caught, because depending where you are, there are fines for public urination. In our 8th spot, we have the grow-op. If you're thinking of having a secret grow-op within a cornfield, maybe think again. Google Earth is spying from up above and is the biggest tattletaler. In 2009, Swiss authorities used Google Earth to find an illegal weed farm, and this led to their arrest. As you can see, the growers had their business hidden behind a cornfield. This isn't the only time police have used Google Earth in order to make drug busts though. Authorities in Oregon also used Google Earth to find more possible grow-ops. A man named Curtis Croft was arrested after Google Earth revealed he was growing 3 times as many plants as he was allowed to propagate by law for medical purposes. In our 7th spot, we have the drug deals. An entire deal was caught by Google Maps in Chicago. They tried to be all sly about it, but not when Google Maps is around. Bam! They caught it all on camera from a bunch of different angles as well. They're not the only ones who got caught though. We got this deal on the streets of Philadelphia. You got a lady handing a man some cash, and the man holding her a little baggie of white stuff. Wonder what that could be. And lastly, we have Camden, New Jersey. Now this deal was actually found by a recovered addict. Camden has a very bad problem, and that's where he used to live. So he decided to check out the area in which he used to buy. That's when he found this transaction and actually reported it to the police. The police then tried to use the blurry images of the 2 men to track them down. In our 6th spot, we have the men with the weapons. Somewhere in the suburbs of Oslo, Norway, you'll find 2 men at a gas station in army attire, with one of the men wielding a gun. From afar, it doesn't look like anything is out of place, just looks like a bunch of cars and people filling up for gas. But if you zoom in, you'll see these men, and then people around them staring at them like, what the hell is going on here? It's not clear why the man is carrying a gun. If he was part of the armed forces, you know, it explains the uniform, but to have a gun out in the open like that and to be waving it around, I don't know. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the old lady. The photo of this woman spotted on Google went viral after being posted on Reddit, and that's because of what she appears to be holding in her hands. So this woman was spotted standing on the corner of a street somewhere in Bulgaria. In her right hand, she appears to be holding a small axe. To make matters creepier, it appears as if she's trying to hide the weapon from the Google car passing by. And in some shots, Google actually blurred both her face and her hand and the axe. And we literally don't know why. Maybe she's just an innocent old lady borrowing an axe from her neighbor. Or maybe she's a cold-blooded killer and that's her weapon of choice. Moving on, at number 4, we have the buried bodies. This Google Earth image seems to have captured a scene. You can see 2 open graves with 2 men placed inside of them. They are laying face up with a mound of dirt beside them, showing that they had just been recently buried. Now when people came across this site, they literally freaked out, thinking that they just saw 2 bodies. Alas, that is not the case. After investigating, it turns out that this is just a symbolic piece of art, and the artist didn't even mean for it to be caught on Google Earth. It just so happened to catch that. Thankfully, no one was hurt, and that's not an actual image of real dead people. In our third spot, we have the Pigeon People. Imagine you're out for a stroll one day when you come across a group of human-pigeon hybrids. What would you do? Well, why do I ask this? If you scroll down a street in Musashino, Tokyo, you'll find a group of humans wearing creepy pigeon masks. This particular photo was taken on March 2013 and features 8 people staring directly at Google's cameraman. Now, I have many questions, the first being why, the second being why, and the third being why wasn't I invited? In all seriousness, it probably was done as a joke, but still, it makes for a really creepy and surprising encounter. In our second spot, we have the strange symbols. What you see here is a top secret bunker for the Church of Scientology. They call it their alien space cathedral. Basically, they say that this bunker is the place where members can travel to in the future from other places in the universe. Now, you see those weird symbols on the ground? Those symbols were thought to be done by the works of aliens, and they apparently mark a return point for reincarnation. In our number 1 spot today, we have the Town of Dolls. Now, this one might be the strangest and creepiest one yet. If you're ever in for a good scare, then look up Nagoro. It's a town in Japan that has more dolls living there than humans. Yes, you heard me. So this town has 385 residents. Only 35 of them are living. The rest are human-sized dolls. These dolls are made by a Japanese artist and resident there. She created these dolls to replace the people that once lived there who have either passed away or left this isolated town. Therefore, whenever someone leaves or passes away, this artist will just create a new doll for them. These dolls can be found all throughout town doing an activity or being in a place that best represents the person. It's kind of sweet, but also very creepy. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know which one of these images you thought were the weirdest or the scariest. That last one with the dolls, I don't mess around with dolls. If you know, you know. No thanks. And now let's move on to our comment shout out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video. Top 10 weirdest Japanese laws that make 0 sense to outsiders. John V commented, I am from Belgium. I can get behind the no smoking in public. They'd better do it here in Belgium too, and no, Belgium is not the capital of Paris. Yeah, I knew it wasn't the capital of Paris. Why did he add that in? He really thinks I'm that stupid? Yeah, the no smoking in public. I see people walking around here in the streets of Toronto, they just like flick their cigarette butts. I'm like, dude, respect Mother Earth, man. It's dying. Stephen Hirsch commented, can you do a series on this? Strange laws from, and then it's different countries each video. So we actually do have a bunch of these videos already on our channel. Maybe we'll do more, but you can always just check them out in the meantime. But yes, I like doing those videos. And Bradley Hodge commented, hey, most amazing top 10. I was wondering if you could do top 10 most creepy cities no one should go to. Again, very good idea. We did something similar to this. I did the video. I think it was like abandoned places no one should go to or most toxic places. We've done a lot. Type in no one should go to or prohibited and a bunch will pop up. We also have playlists, guys, but thank you for your suggestion, and if you guys have any more video suggestions for us, let us know in the comments below, because you guys know I read those comments. I really do. That's how I pick out what comment I'm gonna shout out. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye!